Try to tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Okay. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always saying something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it. One take. We're not even doing it again. Keep that. That's the one.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of This Might Not Go Away. Yeah. Episode 165. We in the building. You ain't know who it is. It's the host with the most, B Breezy, aka Poppy Sazon.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Slick Grayson. How y'all doing out there?
You feel me? The dynamic duo. You feel me? We back at it with another episode. You already know what you gotta do. Download the Alive podcast app on iOS or Android, and please follow us on all social media at This Might Not Go Away. If any branded deals, business opportunity, please email us at thismightnotgoaway@gmail.com. And also, please rate us 5 stars on your streaming platform and leave a positive review because that helps out with the algorithm. All right, episode 165, weekly check-ins. How you feeling this week, brother?
I'm tired. I am tired. You see it in my face. I was like, ooh, I had to scratch and claw to do this one. But I'm chilling, man. You know, just me pushing through to the end of the year, pushing through, you know, a lot of great things happening. So just trying to, you know, find some time to recharge so that, you know, I can enjoy these things that's coming up. How you feeling?
Oh, man. Just on it, man. Just on it. I'm actually want to give a shout out to all my friends, including you. You feel me? That'll be, you get your special shout out probably next week or so. But I want to shout out to all my friends doing it up. Like my boy just bought a house in Westchester. Another one just proposed. Another one got their dream job. So I'm just like, this might be narcissistic a little bit, but I'm just so happy that not only I don't get jealous when I see other people's accomplishment, but I'm just so happy that I got to, in this journey of life, be around people who are doing something for themselves. You know, we mentioned this plenty of time. I think there's an overall theme. It might be a bingo card at this point of just, you know, sometimes taking a pause and appreciate some of the connections and the stuff that you have in life. And, you know, just this week and just hearing a whole bunch of good news and all the upcoming stuff that's coming up soon. I don't know, for the last couple of months, I've really been in an appreciative mood or in a grateful mood, because I think maybe that might help me cope with, you know, challenges in my life. But because sometimes when you think of obstacles in your life, oh my God, it's so hard. But then you forget the journey that you got to get up there. So I think over the last few months, I've just been being more reflective of my journey and how, nigga, you are actually doing something in your life. Like you are actually, you're not a bum. You know what I mean? I'm not articulating myself because this is a real raw emotion that I'm saying right now. But I'm being reflective in the sense that giving myself not only grace, but also, bro, you are literally just us two alone. We're like in a small percentage of Black men doing good stuff. Both of us got master's degrees. Both of us got good paying jobs.
Oh, I just finished all that. I just finished the second master's like yesterday. I forgot. I know. I was like, oh, something else did happen this week. Whoops.
You know, applaud yourself, gang.
Oh, sure. I guess whatever.
Yeah, bro. Like we in a small percentile. Like I was just seeing how everyone celebrated graduation, and I just saw. I don't know if this is true. I'm gonna take this shorty's tweet, but she was like, one of the 9.9% of Black women who have master's degree, and I was like, bro, that shit's so dope. I don't know what percentage we are in of how many Black men have master's degree, but just even that, and just a good paying job, and just a career, and all that, nigga, we are really doing something, and. If you are listeners doing your thing, pat yourself on the motherfucking back. You heard? You know, keep your head up, keep your chest high. You got this. Don't give down on yourself. You feel me? Rome wasn't built in a day. So if you need accomplish your goals right now, you can, as long as you're able to wake up and breathe, you always have a lot of opportunity. I think that's my little motivation for today. Let's get this show on the road. Slick, this is all you, man. This is political slick time. The Congress got a little ghetto.
I think it's safe to just run the
and there's more come from the white side. Go ahead.
I'm about to say, let's run the video. Let's not even worry about my soliloquy. Let's just have a natural reaction. So here we go.
You just voted to do it.
Y'all did it first, so you don't want to talk about
voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at calm down.
No, because this is what y'all do. So I'm trying to get clarification.
You're not recognized. Miss Crockett.
I can't hear you with your yelling.
Don't want me
calm
to
down.
No,
can you please calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all talk noise, and then
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Look,
come and talk shit about her, y'all gonna have a problem.
Mr. Chairman.
All right, Chair. Okay. Order. Chair now recognizes Miss Green for 4 minutes and 21 seconds. 4 minutes. Let Miss Green talk, and then you all can. I'll recognize.
But I move to strike her words for a second time based on her second set of personal remarks attacking another member.
Who? Chairman Comer.
Because you all cannot seem
have an amendment at
to
the desk,
apply
and this
the rules of the committee.
stop.
We have to do this every time.
Okay, I'm recognized. I'm recognized. I'm going to go ahead and start talking.
Look, I know. Look, I don't know if you noticed it. I have 2 hearing aids. I'm very deaf. I'm not understanding. Everybody's yelling. I'm doing the best I can. Can we not recognize Ms. Green and let her get?
We cannot because of the rules of the committee, Mr. Chair. That is what I'm trying to communicate in the present moment.
Damn. So we beefing in Congress. So that involved Representative Jasmine Crockett and Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. You know what's so crazy? That's how I know I'm so out of the loop right now. This is my first time coming across that video. I feel like I saw Representative Crockett mentioned, but I didn't go into depth. So even hearing it.
So essentially, she said that Congress Green had fake eyelashes. So that's what started this whole stuff. So it is a rule in there where you can't attack someone's appearance. So then, I don't know why she did that to herself, especially with a black woman. Black woman got the greatest clap back. So she responded by calling her a bad built butch body blonde. And all hell broke loose, and that's what led up to the whole argument right now, Slick. I'm here for the shits, okay? Because you know what? I'm not even that ashamed. I'm not even that ashamed about our government, because I know you didn't see this video, but there's a video circulating from a different country where a person didn't want the bill to get signed, so he ended up snatching the bill during the whole meeting and ran away from it, even though by far it's the most stupidest shit ever, because it's like, nigga, we have digital technology. Niggas could reprint the bill and re-signed it. But just the je ne sais quoi of just doing that helps my spirit that we're not the only ghetto government in the world. But what's your thoughts about Congresswoman Green responding to Representative Crockett?
Stand up for yourself. I mean, I think you think about time, place, and situation. Like, in the eyes of many, she's going to be that ghetto black girl that responds. But at the same time, if you're going to shoot shots, nigga, I'm going to shoot back. In some spaces, I think that's the respectability of it, because I think that sometimes when they go low, you got to go to hell. And I don't preach this often, but I feel like when you see a space like this, especially spaces that are predominantly white influenced or somebody feels like they have the ability to say one thing, they don't expect you to respond back. So when you do, it's like, ooh, now, I'm partially deaf. Ooh, she said this striking from record. It's like, you don't write a check you can't cash. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
And my whole thing, I hate the whole calm down. Don't calm down after you took a shot for me. And I think that's something I love. White people, don't get me wrong, but that's something I hate. Because I don't like the narrative that she was trying to even say by calming down. Because I'm like, shorty, you threw a shot. It's not like Green was just trying to wild out on you for no reason. You attacked her by saying fake eyelashes when that's highly disrespectful to black women. But she was so she was so offended by that video. Oh, you know what? I'm saying the wrong word. I'm saying the wrong people, Slick. So Green is the white woman.
Yeah, Crockett is the black woman.
And Crockett is the black woman. I'm sorry. Crockett got under her skin so bad that Green showed her a video of her working out, saying, "Oh yes, my body is built strong, not nips, tuck plastic or silicone, but through a healthy lifestyle." Shorty, you know that shit hurt your soul. You know that shit hurt your soul, gang. But also in other news, what's your thoughts about the backlash about the announcement of the new Assassin's Creed trailer that's going to be focally based in Japan?
It's always weird when you think about what makes people mad and what people argue about. I think no video game is ever going to 100% please people. In this case, it kind of can. You had people that was like, "Oh, it's a Japanese storyline. Like, let's have a primary Japanese character." And if you're unfamiliar with Assassin's Creed, this latest one is using Yasuke, who is the first black samurai, right? And there's also, I believe, there's a female ninja, right? Those are the two primary protagonists, right? A lot of people are upset, and I'm like, are y'all upset because y'all want something historically accurate from a game where niggas is killing like historical figures on a daily basis, or are you upset because it's a black guy and an Asian lady that are representing your main characters? I think we live in a time where people just think their opinions matter too much. And I say this every time we do this, like, fuck do you care? You gonna still buy, if you're a fan, you still gonna buy the game. If you're not a fan and you wouldn't play the game before, you're not gonna play this one. Shut the fuck up and just enjoy it or leave it alone.
Yo, that ass, bro. Because I'm like, bro, y'all didn't say nothing when they had Odyssey, when niggas had them fighting against Minotaurs and a staff that had immortality. Now, that wasn't historically accurate, but now they have a black samurai. Oh, he wasn't a samurai. He was a weapons holder for the Lord. I'm like, does that matter? Like, what the hell does that have to do with? And that just shows me that racism's still alive and well. Even if it's in undertone, it's still alive and well. And this shit is so trash. I'm definitely going to buy it. I have not really been a big fan of the Assassin's Creed series since they started putting some more RPG effects, and now they're putting all the different items and stuff. But just to piss these people off, Ubisoft, you did well. You're gonna get my money when this gets released. All right, Slick. Let's get into the main story for this week. Before we start, viewer destruction. If you or you know someone that are listening currently that is a victim of domestic violence, please skip through this part. If you don't want to get triggered or you have been, help is available. You can contact the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 800-799-7233. And please hope you get the help that you will deserve and need. But Slick, it's time to talk about Sean Combs. I don't really feel comfortable calling him Diddy. So after we released the episode on Friday, a video came out of him in 2016 running out of a hotel room, snatching Cassie from the elevator, throwing her on the floor and stomping on her repeatedly and dragging her back to the room. And in moments after she leaves again, he runs after her and she hides in the corner while he sits down and throws stuff and curses at her. Oof. I don't even know where to start, Slick.
It's one of those things where you always hear the stories about how cruel somebody can be. You've heard the rumors about abuse and tendencies, but to have something concrete like evidence that shows what somebody was doing, and it's just a small snapshot. They were together for what, 6 years, 8 years, something like that, on and off. Like, you see those things and you kind of look back at certain interactions that they might have had, or and it's like, that's so scary that this is this woman's life. And I've seen some of the naysayers, like, she signed up for that, she had the fame, and it's like, nobody deserves to get somebody put their hands on them. And that's an abuse of power, right? When we talk about it, rich people often do the darkest shit because who's going to check them, right? But this was just nasty, and it's like, yo, you're accused of some heinous shit. He's got hit with a rape charge, I believe. A lot of people coming out the woodwork saying, like, imagine all the other stuff he did. The celebrity elite talking about the Diddy parties being left. He's left on an island. A lot of his friends are unfollowing him. But you did that shit. He posted that little video. There's no sympathy you're getting for that. You're not, right?
No, not at all.
And I think it's black men, especially that were primarily raised by women, It's like, that's nasty to see somebody put their hands on a woman just because what you feel like you own her, and then hide it behind that. Yo, it was the darkest point of my life. Like, yeah, everybody goes through dark times, but nobody's beating somebody's ass because they trying to leave you.
That's a fact. And who are you apologizing to? Because I felt like he was trying to apologize to us instead of the actual victim here. Like, you don't need your apology, gang. You need to apologize to Cassie. And bro, it should. Yo, let's be honest here. We both from New York City. Growing up, Diddy was sort of a aspirational goal for anyone across the United States, but we're gonna focus on New York, especially New York City. If you're from New York City, no matter what borough you were from, Sean Combs was up there. Everyone wanted to be like him or attain his level of success. Everyone wanted to adopt his work ethic. Everybody just wanted to be next to him. And like what Maul said in the New Orleans Mall, this guy's a false idol. Mm-hmm. False idol, man. We can't stand by none of this shit, bro. Anything that he done is erased in my eyes. Because the thing about it is, in that video, I don't care if you said he was under the influence, you had no regards for her life. Not only you threw her on the floor, you stomped on her and then dragged her. And you know what's scary to me, Slick? What? You had the goal to do that in a public place, in a hotel. You didn't care because you felt like you was that powerful that you would get away from it. You would get away with it. And that also makes me question, what did we not see? All the stuff that was in that lawsuit that she came out with earlier about her being drugged and forced to have sex with sex workers, all that shit valid to me now. Everything she said in that lawsuit is 100% valid. I don't care if it's some outrageous stuff that was said in that lawsuit. I believe her 100%. Because this is what we saw in a public place. What happens in the home? They've been together for over a decade, Slick. For over a decade. You know how much abuse she had endured? And I have 4 sisters. I have no brothers. I have plenty of female friends. I have a lot of sorority sisters that I'm close with, a lot of LSs, and I have a bunch of nieces. And bro, that shit really broke my heart. For a man to think that he can do such a thing to a woman. And the thing about it is, and even in that video, she was hoodied up. Because she in that lawsuit, she said she had a black eye during that. She actually mentioned that video in the lawsuit. Shorty had a black eye. She didn't want to be seen by anyone. She was just trying to. So apparently, how that incident started was he abused her, punched her, and she got a black eye. Whatever time go by, he either goes to the shower or falls asleep. That's when she makes the bag and try to leave, and that's when he went after her. She didn't go out there screaming for help. She wasn't trying. So anyone that was talking about she was making a money move no, because Shorty was going incognito trying to get away from him. And that shit just crazy. I don't really believe in the whole putting celebrities on a pedestal, but as a New York native, it's hard to say you wasn't influenced by Diddy in some sort of way. You wanted to be in the. I still remember the Biggie video when he's in the jacuzzi with the girl with the blonde hair, and that was something that we wanted to do. If you from New York City, you grew up trying to get money and try to be like Diddy, and now that shit is whack. And it's tough because he has ties to a lot of things in our culture, but I have to abandon it now. I don't care about none of the fashion. I don't care about none of the liquor. I don't care about none of the music. That shit is a no Diddy zone. Now, you're done. You're out of our culture. We have to put a stop on that. And there's a lot of more Diddys out here. And once we get the evidence on y'all niggas is done too. So y'all better start correcting yourselves. And I don't want to hear nothing about no mental health. Yeah, shout out to you. Go get therapy. Go get help. But we can't be relying on that no more, gang. Do better. but we won't forget. You have anything else you want to say, Slick?
I think you summed it up. I just, it's not going to run that shit back and say, it's mental health and shit like that. Like, this is something that you've been accused of doing for over 30 years. Power unchecked. And where there's smoke, there's fire most of the time. So if this is smoke, this is only the smoke. That's the crazy part. So we're going to see how this plays out in the immediate future. But just to all any victims of domestic violence, I apologize for how triggering that probably felt for you. And just remember, like, money and things of that nature, like all of those things, that's not a reason to mistreat people.
And that shit don't make you a god either. You're still a regular human being. So even if you can have all the money, all the influence in the world, doesn't mean you're above everyone else. Because trust me, the universe will have a way to humble you. Alrighty. Real quick, what you think about Sean Kingston's house being raided over a huge debt?
Oh, they got that nigga. Yes, 100%. They went and got him.
If you don't know, Sean Kingston on the low has been on a criminal run. That nigga's been known to be do some fraud shit in the industry. So for his house to get fraud, and then only thing I'm upset about his house getting raided, his mom got arrested. That's the only thing I was a little bit like, damn, you got your moms in handcuffs with your stupidity game.
Terrible, bro.
Someone call 911. But we're not gonna say too much on Sean Kingston, man. Do your thing, gang. Hopefully, the IRS don't play. But Slick, other than the Diddy shit, what I really want to have this argument about is niggas hate Drake. I'm with it here, Slick. Come on now. Niggas hate Drake. I'm saying it right now. Cause what the fuck was that Apple Music 100 best albums list, Slick?
I didn't even pay attention to it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't care.
You did us? Oh, hold on.
I know they said Lauryn Hill had the best album of all time, right?
Yes. Let me give you the top 10. Wait, quick question. Good Kid, Mad City, or How to Pimp a Butterfly? Which one you put in the top 10 if you had to choose?
For me personally, To Pimp a Butterfly.
Well, that ain't make it to the list.
Hey, put it on the list?
Good Kid, Mad City was in his top 10. But guess what, Drake album? Maybe you might have a little victory, because guess which album made it to the 100 list?
Which one?
Take Care at 47. If you're a long time listener, you know me as Slick and I have been having this debate about Nothing Was the Same and Take Care. He acquired a small victory, even though Slick, if you looked at what I sent you on Twitter, the curators of the list is I don't even know who some of these people is. Pharrell Williams, he's an op already. That's why Drake was 47. This is why I say niggas hate Drake. J Balvin, Charlie XCX, Mark Hoppus, Honey Dijonay, what the fuck? Nair Archive, and the world has some producers. So these are the people that made the 100 list over here, Slick. I don't know what the fuck they are talking about, Slick, with somebody. Let's be honest with you. Let me be honest. The Lauryn Hill album, I love it. It's great. It's a masterpiece, a classic. We giving that shit too much hype, gang. We hit a pod, Slick. we to be number one over Thriller. Thriller was number 2.
Yeah, nah, stay wildin'. But I guess if you're talking about Apple Music albums, I think they probably go notoriety and then versus how much people listen to it in this day and age. And I say, as much as we love Mike, I'd probably say because of the 20th anniversaries of Lauryn Hill and her still touring and probably being able to introduce younger people to her music, I probably would. That's probably why it leans that way. Again, you base it on a group. It's something that's more common. As great as Thriller is, a lot of people, again, probably don't go back to it as often, which is, I'm not making an excuse, but I'm like, that's probably the logic. We all know Thriller was the greatest album ever made.
There was no Future in that top 100. I just sent you a list of the top 10 that was there. Lemonade, I'm with Lemonade. I think Lemonade is a top 10 album. I think Beyonce put her foot in that. Who else we got in the top 10? Nevermind by Nirvana. No, everybody loves Nirvana. I can't be too upset about that. Back to Black by Amy Winehouse.
That's a classic in the pop genre and like soul singing and everything. It had everything.
Good Kid, Mad City at 7. I'm telling you, this shit is rigged, gang. This shit is rigged. This shit is rigged. That is not a top 7. That's not a top 10 album all the time. It's a classic, by the way. It's a classic. It's a classic. I give him that, but that's not top 7. I don't think commercially that's his best album. Commercially, I think Damn is his commercially best album. Am I wrong? You're more of a fan than I am.
Numbers is probably close between the two albums, but I mean, like also too, Good Kid, Mad City is like there's not many more of a perfect major label debut. He had the hype, he capitalized it, he gave you singles, he gave you depth. Martin had a dream, like he was. Wait,
technically, they said that's his second album.
Yeah, because Section 80, but I was at mainstream label. Section 80 was like, It was promoted, but it wasn't like he got a real rollout. It was like, oh, we're going to put this on Apple Music. And if you fuck with it.
You're a Frank Ocean fan. Do you believe Blonde
over Channel Orange?
Should have Channel Orange? What do you think?
Blonde had a bigger, more widespread impact, I think. I think Channel Orange was a great album. It's probably in my personal top 10 list. It might even be top 5 for me. Over Blonde, but I think in general, like when you think about that, the way he did Blonde, like the way he dropped it and gave us that fake album and all of that, and then some of the songs on it,
niggas, yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
You got Nights on Blonde, you got Pink and White. It's a couple of bops on Blonde where it's like, yo, those is timeless records for Frank. So I can't be mad at either.
Confessions at 95 is
suck
crazy.
a dick. They can suck a dick. They wildin'.
What? Confession at 95. I sent you the full list just now. You could breeze through it real quick. I ain't gonna lie, that was crazy. Doggy Style. Doggy Style is definitely in my top 100. Get Rich at 82. Come on, what we doing over here? That's New York. You heard?
Body Talk, the Eagles. They put Astroworld at 98. Come on, like, this shit just came out.
Man. It was. I like it. Don't get me wrong, but and also they also put a couple. I saw that they said that you can't put more than one album from an artist, but I seen Prince have at least 2 or 3, and I seen Beatles had a couple
because he was Prince and then the artist formerly known as. Those are 2 different albums, and it's Prince and the Revolution. You got to relax.
That ass. We going with that.
Yeah, that's my logic. I'm gonna stick to it.
Beyonce got 2 albums in there. She got Beyonce at 36 in the Lemonade in the top 10.
I feel like they can say whatever they want. It's all about just how you feel about the projects. And I think no list is ever going to be universally agreed upon. So I think that's why I don't even look at these shits anymore. Seeing Confession as the 95, again, that's a personal top 10 for me. And I'm like, yeah, y'all bugged out on that. Like, even if it's not for white folk, I'll be like, yo, that's a top 40 album.
And I don't want to start a West Coast, East Coast beef, but Good Kid, Mad City is not over the Blueprint. I'm here. Fight me if you want. I'm here. all you West Coast niggas, you know I fuck with y'all music, but Good Kid, Mad City over the Blueprint. Yeah, smoking crack.
You're thinking about. We're also thinking about consumer. We're not thinking about consumer base. Who makes this list? And when you talk about Blueprint, a lot of white people probably would see that as Jay-Z's best project. You know. So that's another reason you gotta say it like that. I'm not saying a lot of white people, but I'm just saying, like, you think about Apple popular consensus, you're not gonna tell 13% of the population what we think is the top 10. Like, you know, it makes a little bit of sense.
Okay, so now let's get into the Spotify list. Now, this one we could probably debate a little bit more. I just sent it on Twitter. They just named the greatest hip hop songs of the streaming era. So in 10, we have "Lucid Dream" by Juice WRLD. 9, Pop Smoke Dior.
Stop. We're not doing this. Oh, the streaming era? Okay, I'm about to say, wait a minute. What the fuck are we talking about?
Oh, the streaming era. We got Pop Smoke Dior. We got Sheck West, Mo Bamba. 7, Sicko Mode by Travis Scott. 6, Bad and Bougie by Migos. 5, March Madness by Future. Tour Life by Lil Uzi Vert. 3, God's Plan, Bodak Yellow, and Kendrick Lamar at number 1. We're all right. Slick, I'm here. All right. You have "All Right" as the number 1 greatest hip hop song of the streaming era?
I need to know what the criteria is to select this list is. I can't react till I know how they did it. It's off of just looking at it. All Right still goes. And is it like cultural impact? You know, every song in the top 5, if they play them shits today, we're gonna sing them shits. No matter the age group, you're gonna sing that shit. There's kindergartners that sing fucking God's Plan. You feel me? Like when Bodak Yellow dropped, it didn't matter what you was doing. It came on, everybody sang that.
who we talking to? Expensive. These is red
XO2
bottoms.
like,
These are bloody shoes.
I don't really care if you cry. Like, those records come on, it's like, I can see it. And all right, I'm like, on that politically dense To Pimp a Butterfly album, that was the record. You could play it and niggas was gonna sing that shit. Fox News was stopping shit like, yo, this anti-police video and this, that, and the third. Like, I can see why they would put it up there, because the impact of it all around, and you did hear it on radio, you did hear it out, people play it, so it makes sense to me.
I'm a little salty, Slick. I got a little hate in my blood right now. Kendrick just open his mouth. Someone give him a Grammy right now.
That's how it is. I was just talking to Rakibo about that earlier. I was like, yo, Drake fucked up because he should have just, instead of dropping Family Matters as one whole song, he should have dropped them in parts. Just add an extra verse to each one of the parts, and you had your songs lined up. Especially,
you know what I think it was? I think he was just trying to kill the beef right then and there. I don't think, because I think if he had done that, he would have prolonged the shit. I think he was like, I got this compact. He honestly, now, even though we've been talking about this for the last couple episodes, he really did fuck up strategically. I ain't gonna lie to you. He really did. I ain't gonna hold you. I still think he was at a disadvantage because the public try to hold him to try to limit him and try to make him go this one way, and he did when Kendrick Lamar had a lot more open area to work with. But yeah, strategically he was at odds. But I'm still standing by he lyrically out-rapped him. Outside of Euphoria, which I really like Euphoria. I ain't gonna hold you. I had at an 8.7. Shit's a 9 now. I ain't gonna lie. Shit's a 9. Euphoria is that. Ain't better than Push-Ups in my opinion, or Family Matters, because that's just my bias showing. But Euphoria, I like it a lot. And I'm slightly warming up to the Not Like Us, only because of the production. Only because you know I'm a West Coast nigga. You know, if I like I always say, if I wasn't born in Brooklyn, I probably grew up a West Coast nigga. How much music? If you listen to this podcast religiously, I'm always this nigga about to play this shit. This nigga here. I already know this shit.
I'm done. That was our Day Not Like Us moment.
Can I get some Family Matters at least? Can I get a little bit?
Oh, I guess. Why not? Fuck it. They're not gonna take this shit down anyway. Here you go. When you up 20, don't start talking shit when y'all go up 10 and 12 and you like, all right, bet. Now on the sixth man, right? When you go head to head with the number one, like, talk your shit. I didn't like that. I thought that was just real corny to me. Like 100% corny. I know I don't go too crazy on these things. That shit was just ass. Like, y'all played a team, they bench was they starting lineup and they was whooping y'all ass most of this series. We used an OG and a Josh injury away from knocking y'all out, which would have really been embarrassing. And y'all walking out of here with Miles Turner shaking his dreads in the camera phone. Like, you a pussy. Like, you so
Frank,
pussy.
so you wearing that hoodie with Reggie Miller's face over here? Like,
he didn't go to the game with it on, bro. I'm like, yo, if you about it, just be about it. That's why people keep calling you a front runner. And even like Reggie Miller talking shit now, like, nigga, you wasn't saying shit when y'all was down 0-2. Y'all should have been down 0-3. Y'all a lucky shot away. One lucky shot saved y'all season.
That's a fact. And we was injured the majority of the whole time. We didn't even, to begin the series, we didn't even have all our peoples here. So,
but I said Dallas. I told you Dallas and Minnesota in the conference final. Right. I should have put some money on that. I had Boston and the Knicks, so if that was my parlay, I would have been tight. But they lost in Game 7. But I told y'all Dallas, and Dallas is here to play. I mean, I still like Minnesota, but I just think Ant-Man versus Luka, they cancel out. Kyrie versus Cat. I'm taking Kyrie. And then Gobert, defensive anchor. Shout out to the Nuggets. Hell of a season, even though, it was just the Timberwolves were built to beat you. And even then, y'all came back. Y'all was up 3-2. Y'all had a chance. Same thing with the Knicks, up 3-2. You gotta win those games. You gotta close it out in 6, or you gotta not make those mental mistakes in the early part of the series. But I'm definitely robbing with right now. I still like Dallas. I think that they match up, and it's like they have scoring and athleticism and guys that are willing to do everything that Luka and Kyrie aren't. Not saying they're not willing to do, but they can't do it to their best. Luka's hurt, and we know Kyrie, even though I'm going to give him his flowers, like, I never bad. I was team Kyrie, whole
that's a fact.
Whole whatever. Like, I was like, we're not going to do this to a black man. We're not going to just use that word. we're not going to attribute that to somebody because they have a difference of opinion, right? Mm-hmm. But the fact that he's not only they missed the playoffs last year, they tanked. Remember, they didn't just miss it; they decided not to make the play, not to go to the play. They didn't want to go through the play-in process. Kept their draft pick, got Derek Lively. They got a great if Kleber was healthy, they have a great 4 big rotation. Right, PJ Washington from Charlotte, steal. He's been their consistent third best player in these series, right? These games. Gafford at the rim, they put pressure on you, and it allows Luka and Kyrie to pick their spots. There's nothing less. If it's not more than a 23-point lead, Dallas can come back. And they showed it against Shy. They showed it. Who they play in the first round? They played the Clippers. They had probably right now the hardest path to get to a championship.
Oh yeah.
If they get this ring, they got it. I'm not mad at it because I'm like, hey, you beat a Clippers team that was stacked. Kawhi got hurt. Like, you take Kawhi out the picture, they still got 3 other Hall of Famers that's in the rotation. Then you go up against the up-and-coming Thunder. Craziness. Y'all figured out Shy was giving y'all the business, but y'all knew how to take that away. If y'all get through these young buck Minnesota Timberwolves, it's just y'all versus Boston. And if Porzingis not healthy, I like Dallas's chances.
Dallas might win because I don't know what the hell is Cat guarding a big man from the Mavs like he's Jokic. They're going with the same plan, and I ain't gonna lie, Kyrie is cooking Ant. He said, like, I ain't Jamal Murray, nigga. You're not gonna lock me up. That's what Kyrie's telling niggas. Like, hell, you see, you talking about pushing P, you better be pushing T. You better spin the block on that nigga before you come talking about me, right? That's what Kendrick Lamar said. That's how Kyrie is treating Ant because he's a different monster than Jamal Murray. And then I just don't like the defense from the Timberwolves. They just don't get it it's either sometimes they get it and then sometimes they don't. Because I'm watching the play and I'm just like, yo. And shout out to Southside Jedi. If you follow him on Twitter, he gives a great analysis on how to guard Kyrie, and I saw it, and I definitely agree with him. You need help guarding Kyrie. You can't leave Ant on the island alone because Kyrie's going to mix him up. So for Cat to be guarding their big man like he's Jokic, the person that's going to be able to decide this series is Cat. If Cat doesn't play well, they're going to lose. If he plays extremely well, you got the Timberwolves in the finals. But side note, you said Kawhi Leonard. I'm so upset that he made it on the second best team over LeBron. What the hell? LeBron beat him all statistically this year and played more games. Why is he in the second team and then LeBron's on the third team?
It's the eye test trick. We saw LeBron all year, and even though Kawhi played less games than he did play, it looked more efficient and he had a better record. And I think that's what happened. But I probably would have put Bron over Kawhi just off the strike to like, yo, you getting the 25 points, the assist, the 40 oldest player to ever shoot 40% from 3 on his volume. Like, yeah, we're not touching that. So I mean, but he still made a team, which I think is important. I think it's not so much what team you make.
20 years, 20
out of 21. Only time he didn't make it was his rookie
the youngest and the oldest to make the NBA All Team, which is crazy. Which, to be honest with you, I don't see that anyone beating. Honestly.
Yeah, shout out to Wemby making all defensive first team as a rookie, or rookie first team. Like that boy, I ain't gonna front.
Oh yeah, and what about Anthony Davis? Anthony Davis was
second team. Oh, Jalen.
No, but he was also defensive and all teams, right?
Yeah, he made all teams eligible. Fuck the Jason Tatum over Jalen Brunson. I know y'all probably did it over positionally, but Brunson should have been on first team, man. Either Giannis or Tatum. I would say Giannis. Giannis missed more games. Like, Brunson should have been on first team. I'm sorry. If you feel the way,
I agree.
But, yeah, shout out to the Knicks, man. We about to do big things. I saw the report about OG possibly not re-signing. I'm like, them Tibbsmen has kicked his ass.
Oh, yeah, because everybody says the same thing about Tibbs. Yeah, he's great. He's a great coach, but he's going to play you through the ground. Mm-hmm. And that's why we are injured, because he's gonna make you play. But what's your thoughts about Mikey Williams potentially becoming a rapper? If you didn't know, Mikey Williams previewed a new song. We're not going to play that shit because that shit was trash. What's your thoughts about Mikey Williams not locking in on becoming an NBA player, instead venturing off to possibly do music?
Well, I think he understands he has to parlay his following just in case the pro sport doesn't work out. I think he's going to, FSU or something like that? Not FSU. He's going to like
UCF,
Central Florida, right? So he's going to a smaller school where it's like there's no guarantee he's going to get a look, even though he's talented. He's somebody that'll put butts in a seat. There's a good chance he'll get a look, but he has every chance to go from either being Shaedon Sharp from Portland, who was didn't play in college or whatever and still went lottery, to being Kyrie Walker, who was a prep phenom, but then took a unique path trying to make it to the league and is in the G League. So he'll get a shot, but he's like, hey, I got a following. Y'all gonna fuck with it. Not to shit on new music. Like, I almost like that hating ass old nigga. But everybody feel like all I gotta do is catch one. I just need one. You feel me? So
nah, I'm a hater. I'm with Drake. I'm the biggest hater. I hate that because my nigga, you. I'm not saying you was born with a silver spoon. You wasn't, but nigga, we saw you literally grow up. And then we literally saw you try to portray a lifestyle that you really did not need to be a part of. I'm not supporting that. Focus on some business if you're not going to do basketball, but a rapper, we're going to end up shooting someone again. And we're going to have to say free him again. You know how this rapping shit goes. But anywho, hope for the best. Hopefully you do what you got to do in UCF. What's your whole thoughts about Bronny James? Because boy, I don't even know who else is on this draft. The way they've been focusing on Bronny over here. 1 minute they saying he might be a top 15. Next minute he's not going to get drafted at all. What's your whole thing about on Bronny James?
I think we got to take a lot into account. I think Bronny he has the benefit of knowing that if he was to stay in school, he could stay for 3-4 years. We're getting to that era where like talent wins out. I think he needs to show he can run a team, because right now, what's he going to do but be a spot-up shooter? And his percentages in college didn't show that he could do that at a high level. Granted, he's coming off the heart situation, and play decent defense. And I think the scouts have been honest. It's like, yo, he's a great kid, great interview. We know he'll work, but am I mortgaging a first-round pick? Even though it's a notoriously weak draft. If this was last year's draft, he wouldn't be drafted. There wouldn't be a conversation about him being drafted. Because this is such a shitty draft, it might be a role player draft, a high-level role player draft, a third or fourth option kind of draft. Mm-hmm. There's, hey, I'll take a shot in the dark because he has the genetics, he has the makeup, he understands what goes into playing the game. We could develop him, but what are you getting? At his peak, he said it himself, I'm probably a Pat Beverly or what's the kid from Davion Mitchell from Sacramento. That's his peak. Both of them niggas was not playing a lot this year. Pat Bev got minutes in Milwaukee because of, it's Doc Rivers. He gives veterans minutes, but you're not seeing that. So I think that he should probably use this as an opportunity. He has his measurements out. He's getting told what he needs to work on, and he should go he can go to Duquesne, he can go to Ohio State, go somewhere where the coach is going to put him in position to really work on those things. In the league, he goes to the G League. That's not real basketball. Oh
yeah, that's a graveyard.
Yeah, like,
but I've been watching Gil's Arena. Shout out to Gil's Arena, and Gilbert put up a great point. Which one is the better training arc for him? Riding the bench in the NBA when you have some of the top trainers training you, or going back to college and potentially even ruining your draft stock even more and not getting trained as much as you can in the NBA. Because once you're in the NBA team, you're getting top of the line stuff and you on the top of the line program. In college, they don't really need to do that. So he's 18. I think he's turned 19. Anthony Edwards didn't start becoming that nigga until this year. He's 22. Now, do you want Bronny James to come into the NBA league at 2021 and he still got to adjust to the league? Or he comes in now at 19, and by the time he's 21 or so, not only he's well-versed in the league, but he's probably better trained.
That's an option. But I also feel like he hasn't shown he's not going to get in-game reps like that.
Oh, yeah.
I think you go to the G League, if you got talent, you're going to score 20 in the G League. You feel me? You can get 20, and they run up and down all day. You feel me? In college, at least he stays for another year or two. He's going through the ring. He might not be getting the training. He's going to get the reps. He's going to play in high-pressure situations, learn how to play, and be put in positions like, yo, you got to go attack him. You got to go off the dribble. You got to make whatever XYZ happen, right? And I think you're going to go against other hungry players. We all know all the best players don't make it to the NBA, right? The quote-unquote best get there, but based on size and certain skill sets. But you going against dogs, he might go against some 5'8" guard that's busting his ass. You feel me? Have to learn how to navigate that. Go against different archetypes of players in controlled environments. So that's why I'm a fan of the college route. I would love to see him get drafted, but I don't want him to get drafted just off his name. I'd rather he go undrafted, sign with the Lakers as a 2-way, and get developed.
But also shout out to Girls Arena. They're saying like, yo, this team's out here because since the draft is so lackadaisical this year, a team might be an ass from like, yo, I'm gonna draft this nigga, and I know Bron's gonna pressure the organization to trade whatever they got to get this nigga on his team. So I could see an organization just draft him based off of that too, and just bury him on the bench. Which is a petty move, which I like. Now, Slick, I sent you a LeBron James comment on Caitlin Clark, but he's been getting a lot of backlash on social media for his comment that he has on the podcast with JJ Redick. Load that up, Slick.
One thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to watch. More people want to tune in. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it fucked up. Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA. But for her individually, I don't think she should get involved on nothing that's being said. Just go have fun, enjoy, but I'm rooting for Caitlin because I've been in that seat before. I've walked that road before. I hope she kills. I hope Aaliyah Boston does amazing. I hope they do great. I'm just kind of in this mode right now because I'm getting the same thing from watching my son, who's a 19-year-old, kind of getting a lot of animosity and hatred towards him when he's just a kid trying to live out his dream. There's a very small number of men and women that actually get to live out their dream of playing a professional sport. And we have grown ass men and women out here doing whatever they can to try to make sure that does not happen. That is the weirdest thing in the world.
And social media is getting on him because they're saying like, yo, where's the endorsement for the black female players in that draft? And how there's other people in that draft that Caitlin Clark was part of that is like Angel Reese and the other women from South Carolina Gamecocks are doing. Where's the support for them? And Slick, I don't like that they're turning it into a race thing. The numbers are there, Slick. The numbers are there. They've shown the viewership from not only Caitlin Clark first debut, but also the viewers that tune in to see her in college. It's not a race thing. It's more of a just what Caitlin Clark is more popular. She's more talked about. She's bringing more eyes to the WNBA. I knew the WNBA is going to a good spot when I started seeing people hate on their players. I started seeing them putting ridiculous tweets on the players. I was like, oh, yeah, we have arrived. Because if you're on NBA Twitter, niggas be throwing out random shit about NBA players all the time. So what's your whole thoughts about LeBron James' comment on Caitlin Clark?
I think it comes from a different place. I think LeBron knows what he says is going to pick up traction. I think him saying, like, people trying to tear her down, like, all rookies that have hype get hit with the, all right, maybe you're not who we thought you were because you're adjusting, right? But he also made a point, like, yo, as you pointed out too, like a lot of people, her fan base from college is, and the way they covered her in college, they're going to come see what she's doing in WNBA, and the league is going to capitalize on that. They're doing record ratings, They're making, like, their games are making money. That's that. After that, she played the Liberty the second time. There's revenue being generated, right? It's crazy. So him bringing up that point is like, yo, like, we doing this. But at the same point, it could be off-putting because, again, you tried to equate her. Like, she's a basketball anomaly when she was in college, right? The all-time leading scorer of the sport.
Mm-hmm. And the men and women included.
Right? So, and then you bring Bronny into it. Like, yeah, Bronny trying to chase his dream, but it's like there's difference. Those are two different stories. Like Bronny is, for a lot of years, it's like people would say if he wasn't your son, you wouldn't get a look right now. You feel me? So I get his point. I see why he said it. I think making it a black and white thing is not necessarily the route to go. He shouts out the people that he probably is close to, or he sees like they're the ones that are moving the needle. And in that moment, he's making a point about Caitlin Clark. I think a lot of the NBA has been, or a lot of professional sports have been trying to, shield her or protect her because them girls whooping her ass.
What? Fouling. Straight hack. And then shout out to that draft overall too. Shout out to Angel Reese. Angel Reese is doing her stuff in Chicago. I forgot what's the other woman's name that got drafted with Angel Reese in Chicago.
Camila Cardozo.
She hasn't played yet, but she's gonna start playing. And shout out to that tall white girl in Los Angeles Sparks. She's currently leading the league with the most block, and she had a game-winning block not too long ago. So that draft class might be Bird and Magic. I ain't gonna lie to you. So they got something special going on, and I'm in support of it. And I'm gonna be tuning in because I ain't gonna lie, they got some baddies in there. I'm gonna be on that. On that front court cheering on. And also check out Jay. We post him on our story a lot when he posts his video. He's a New York Liberty fan and he makes a lot of great content. He's gonna come on this podcast in the future, but shout out to him though. And then when he comes on, we're gonna have a more in-depth talk about WNBA in the future of it. Slick, you ready for the song of the week? Or do you want to talk about this Austin Rivers debate real quick?
Man, we know football players and and basketball players. We all know how that shit go. Ain't no need to dive into that.
All right, let's get to our song of the week. All right, if you listen to this on YouTube, please exit and go to your favorite streaming platform, preferably the live podcast app, which you can download on iOS and Android, and let them know that we sent you there. Or you go to one of your favorite streaming platforms and go listen to the rest of the episode, or you go to our Apple Music playlist or our Spotify music playlist to listen to our song of the week. All right, that was Ian Figure It Out of the new EP, Valedictorian. All right, you can listen to our previous song of the week on our music playlist or our Spotify music playlist, but that's not what you're here for. You're here for the people's choice, the people's favorite, Slick. Drop it.
I can be toxic, but so what? You gonna love it here. Shit, fuck is you talking about? We have fun over here. It's very fun here.
And it's fun indeed. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Toxic Service announcement. All right, this TSA is sponsored by Hoard of Moisture. Please go support a Black woman-owned business. Link will be in the description of the episode. Shout out to Whitney. All right, Slick, we got a couple of topics here this week. Slick, do you know what's the new way of shooting your shot now on social media? Which I did not even know, Slick.
How?
So anytime you see the person post a story of themselves or anything, or a picture of themselves, you just got to go put in hashtag need that. And that automatically tells the person what you on and what type of vibes you on right now, Slick.
You did that?
I'm about to. Yo, because I was stumped because I saw it on TikTok. I saw it passing, but then I'm on Twitter now, and they started putting the whole thread about just. So now, if you ever seen someone send you hashtag need that, or send your partner hashtag need that, there's a conversation that need to be talked about, or niggas need to get shot. But Slick, what's your whole thought about just the game is not the game no more? It's like you can't really even like what's spitting game now, like, to be honest with you. There's no such thing as spitting game.
It's like Walmart dating. Like, this is ass. All I gotta do is tell you need that, and I just show you like I'm trying to get like if I say need that, I don't want you forever. I'm trying to fuck.
That's what I'm saying over here.
I'm about to say, I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. I think it's trash. But hey, I don't know. I'm not in the game. I can't really speak on it. If it worked for you though, bro, let's see what happens. Let's do it right now, dude. Let's randomly. Let me see. Hold on.
I follow older women. I don't know if the older women with the shits though.
Nah, she got. What is that?
You trying to have me on my Drake shit? What you trying to do?
They'll be like, what does that mean, young man? What are you talking about?
Don't you need that? The hell?
Let's do it.
Hashtag need that.
Nah, I send it. Let's see what happens. Did she respond? That's interesting. Need that. Oh, because I
guess if I get some coochie off of this shit lit. I'm about to send a million need that. Yo, I'm gonna send some need that to some mutuals that we know. Like, yo,
but you just
come up to you be like, yo, Brian just mentioned me need that. What did that mean? Just be like, yo, okay, what if shorty that we know mutually said like, yo, Brian said. Hashtag, what does that mean? What you gonna talk for me? Let's see what type of W mans you are.
It's too much pressure. I'll be like, oh shit, that's crazy.
Yo, you see, that's L man. Where's the dog? You're supposed to lob it up, gang.
Like, what you mean? He said need that. Like, like you need that. What you trying to do?
My nigga say you the one. Like, I never saw him. So
he ain't talk about nobody like you since I known him. I'll run it up. I'll run the numbers up. I got you.
Oh man. And also, Slick, this is purely for my ignorance and purely for just entertainment. Shout out to the girls with the moose knuckle. I ain't gonna lie to you.
The fat pum pum.
What? The fat pum pum. So Slick, this is a shorty that was showing off her gym progress. I didn't even know. I thought she was just because the way how this video set up, Slick. I'm about to forward this to you right now. Because the way I'm this shit got mad views. I'm thinking shorty just showing her stomach and her abs, right? Because she's talking about she needs a 6-pack, right? Open that up. Until I opened that shit, and that shit was just staring at me in my face, having a staring contest. And they started making mad quotes on it. I seeing the quotes on it. They was like, God damn, that shit in Dubai. That camera toes from Dubai. And I'm over here like, big old moose. I'm like, shout out to the girls with the fat pum pum. Like that shit. The girls with the small coochie, y'all still get 8 too. Don't get me wrong. We don't discriminate with the coochie, but just a special little love for the girls with the moose knuckles out here. I just want to give y'all a personal shout out for me. You feel me? That pom pom bring life. I said that pom pom bring life.
I look like somebody kicked the coochie. That shit's swollen. That shit is wild. I see that. I'm like, wow, that is absurd. Like, ma'am, you're outside in public. Put that thing away.
Facts, like, and then also there's some girls capping out here with the moose knuckles. There's some panties or some like drawers where you can.
I got like pum pum protection that look like a moose knuckle.
Like so pum pum print out here. I ain't gonna lie, yo nigga, I'm about to get you some shit like that. You feel me? Like some shit to show my print.
I'm about to say you wearing pum pum print. Well, that's gonna be a little.
I'm gonna get some shit to show our schlong like fuck. I need that. You feel me? Oh man, it's Slick. I have a scenario for you. Imagine you happy with your woman, Slick, and then you come across your timeline, and then your shorty here got exposed through a video, like Rod Wave shorty got exposed.
I'm watching this shit right now. Why she get? Hold on, what the fuck?
So it started out.
Oh nah.
Yeah, you see that. Now we see why this nigga Rod Wave is so sad all the time and he don't make no hype music and why he always make depressing music. Cause his shorty basically got exposed and the nigga who clipped your shorty talking about who BM or girlfriends next. Oh, imagine you come across a video like that of your shorty getting exposed like that.
It's a dark world we live in. It's a dark world we live in. Oh no. He put the nigga music. He put a picture of the nigga kid. Oh, why we like this as a people?
Yo, some people just don't care about their lives. Cause I ain't gonna lie, more and more. I understand why niggas be crashing out about women now. I don't support it. I don't support it. I understand though, because it's like, nigga, you playing with me now. Not only you fuck my bitch, but you gonna let the world know you fuck my bitch.
And she saw the camera, like you saw it, you knew. Like you knew. My brittle spirit can't take this. Let's move on. This hurt my heart.
Yeah. Slick, shout out to Suburban Talk. I got this topic for them. But Slick, we have a bunch of female friends, right?
Uh-huh.
Don't you notice that having female friends make you notice that guys are fucking weird?
Yeah.
Because shout out to Big Money V, shout out to Nicole. I've been talking to them and they've been telling me about how niggas be trying to holler at them and shit. Yo, I thought niggas have game out here. Niggas don't have game. Niggas be keep sweating in the DMs in a text message. Niggas be getting coochie off of pity. Like girls is really out here giving niggas pity coochie out here. Oh, like nigga keep begging for it. Like here, nigga, take it already. Like, and I'm like, yo, niggas is not really, because you know when you get around a group of guys, right? Niggas be like, yeah, nah, shorty's on my body. Yeah, I only had to say a little bit of X, Y, Z, and shorty, started going crazy. I'm like, nah, nigga, you was over here crying and begging, talking about you love her.
Hey, just let me put the tip in, baby. Let me put the tip in.
You'll be like, yo, I love you. You my favorite. And I'm like, yo, niggas is weird out here. I ain't gonna lie, ladies. I'm with y'all this time around. Like, niggas don't be really giving it up how they really give it up to y'all. They be coming. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas be going to the men friend group and lying. Niggas don't be telling their guy friends that I literally begged this woman to give me the time of day. And that's why, Slick, I feel why women are taxing these niggas heavily out here.
Well, they tax them niggas, not the rest of us. Shit.
If they feel like, if they come across 10 niggas doing that shit and you the 11th nigga, she gonna think you the same.
When you realize I'm not, stop trying to tax, they gonna tax me harder. And I found out he got the same coochie I'm working to get. Oh, it's over. I'm mad.
That'd be my main point. Like, but yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna bring a female guest to elaborate more on this, because I ain't gonna lie. Nicole, shout out to Nicole, if you a former listener, you know she guest star. I'm gonna let her explain on it, but it come to the point when this nigga was talking about being a cuckold in her text messages, talking about, yo, please cheat on me. I'll send you some money to go talk to a lot of nigga. This a little preview for a future episode, so make sure you tune in when I get her on here to tell her experience on that.
No, that's crazy. Niggas is wild.
All right, Slick. In the Twitter DMs that I sent you, there's a TikTok video of one of the craziest things that you do while you're in love. Load that up.
Things about yourself, and I realized I was a stalker at the time. Well, I mean it. You made me realize. I'm not going to.
We've all done this.
Love to be I'm phoning her phone and just breathing. I wanted to hear where she was. I'm not going to lie. Back in them days, I used to say to myself, wait, what's wrong with me? What am I really doing? And you just keep doing your stupidness, phoning as you putting down the phone.
So she knew it was you?
Yeah. I got to a point where I said, yo, I'm going to jump over this bridge now.
No, Chris.
That is Chris.
What type of coochie she had?
I need that. Hashtag, this might be the episode title. Hashtag need that. What's the craziest thing you did while in love, Slick?
Nigga get a second job to afford her.
You know I'm not dealing with this with you, because you know what situation you in right now. We not gonna elevate this over here.
I was like, nah, she gonna think I'm worthy, nigga. I'm getting 3 jobs. I was working from 7 to 9. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? She don't even like me like that. Got her in the long run, but nigga, I was killing myself.
Oh man, niggas done some weird shit, bro.
Nigga, I was working like a fucking dog. I was waking up. I'm like, I'm 22. Why the fuck I'm doing this? There's other fish in the sea, but she's so special. I was singing this song and she don't even know I'm alive.
She's worth it, kid, because you worth it, okay?
Nigga, oh my God. I was like, what the fuck I'm doing?
But niggas, yo, if you never fake depression or suicide, you didn't really love shorty.
Oh, you're wildin'. Fuck that. I ain't never bitch that made me want to kill myself.
What if you leave me? I might hurt myself. You never told this chick that, like, you might harm yourself.
I ain't care that much. I would just be like, all right, cool. I'm sad. I'm just real sad. I'm not dying for you. Relax. Look at me. Like, look at me. I could get another one.
And then that's when you start. You text her pictures of an empty bottle, like.
What in the light skin soap opera shit are you on?
I'm playing around.
Nah, you used to tell that white girl. That's what you did.
Don't do that. No, you see that? We ended those narratives.
You said that to that white girl. Damn.
No.
A white girl had me open. A white girl had me open in high school. I was like, damn, you don't really want to love the kid no more. Yeah. I was like, damn.
Yo, okay, this was not love, but I joined. Remember Sing? So Sing in New York City is like basically like a play versus play where like freshmen and seniors versus juniors and sophomores, and they both put on their best production of a play and they go against each other and whoever wins. A nigga joined the whole play just to because I was faking love with this one girl over here. I was like, I'm gonna do this whole play, knowing damn I got no talent. I can't sing, I can't act, but nigga, I was Denzel Washington in that bitch. I'm putting cases on all you niggas.
I was like, you know how much community service I did in Albany trying to.
You know how much orgs I was? I was in the pre-law association, E-board, nigga, and I don't have no aspiration to be a lawyer. What? Nah, dead ass, bro. You know what I mean? You know how many programs we attended in Albany that I did not care for?
I don't give a fuck about saving these baby seals. What you trying to do after this?
The Big Brothers came through. Nigga, the fuck who care about Big Brother Club over here? Try to get close to Shorty over here.
Like, you are wild.
I ain't gonna lie.
The things we do for
okay, TMI, you're gonna judge me hard. Fuck it. We family here. So in Albany, there was like this one Shorty that I was infatuated with. And for a semester though, never saw her around. I think she transferred somewhere from up north or whatever. And then after that semester, I never saw her again, bro. Tell me how slick. I was searching through databases trying to find her.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. The things we do for love.
I was on LinkedIn. And the thing about it is she gave me the nickname, and I'm over here like, where this bitch at? I need to find her because I was in love, and I was trying to holler at her, and I think we met towards the end of the semester, and then the next semester she was gone, and I was just like, Albany fake a little big a little bit. I was in love with Shorty. I still miss you over here. If you listen to this podcast,
you could have been
hashtag need that.
Need that.
Hashtag need that. Oh man, but love make you do a lot of stupid shit, bro.
A lot of stupid shit.
You sit here, put up with shit. You over here going out your way for shit that you wouldn't necessarily do if you wasn't.
I was like, what is it about you that never mind.
Whatever you got it. Let us know what crazy stuff you did when you was in love. I know some girls who let niggas ride their car. I know a shorty who helped a nigga get his mom in the country, pay for the immigration shit, and you know that shit ain't cheap. If you know about immigration shit, that shit ain't cheap. So love make you do a lot of stupid shit. Let us know though. Let us know. So let's get to our choose one to wrap up this episode, Slick. Now, Slick, this is a little bit of satire. This is funny because, shout out to the soft guy life era niggas out here, Scar Mark and Little Goody and my boy John. But this is something that's going viral on TikTok, Slick. It's a would you rather. So this week's choose one is a would you rather. Would you rather tell your feelings to a brick wall or a woman?
What feelings we
choose
talking
one.
About? What feelings we talking about?
just tell your feelings.
I tell the happy feelings to a woman. All the intermediates, the I'm not sures, and the I'm upsets. I'm telling the wall.
I'm only telling work feelings. Anything that, because they love work drama. But bro, I ain't gonna hold you.
Talk to the wall.
Talk to the wall, gang. I know women's gonna listen to this, be like, oh no, this is why guys gonna do this.
I'm gonna get shot right after this, but no. Don't. If it's crazy.
Honestly, women has said this a lot. They love the idea of a quote unquote man. They don't want to see their man quote unquote be weak. Even though they ask you to share these emotions, they don't really want to see it for real. It's a fucked up situation too, because as a guy you want to be vulnerable. The only way I'll be vulnerable with a woman if I'm paying her. Shout out to Dr. Asia Jones, because you're legally blind to not tell nobody my shit, and I pay for it.
That's crazy. I tell some stuff, but I just feel like I think that it's hard because there's a level of honesty that in many situations gets flipped against you, right? Because again, if it's in a moment of pure emotion, you're not going to deliver it with the softness that some women need. So you want to get the reactionary response. And you get the reactionary response, it's just like, yo, what the fuck? All right, cool, never mind. See, some shit gonna come up and something is probably gonna be said that's gonna fuck you up. So like I said, we can talk about the good stuff. Even the intermediate stuff, I'll give you intermediate. But if it's like some real
like
heavy
work problems,
real heavy, I gotta think about that. I gotta talk to my therapist first. I gotta break it down. How do I deliver this? I can't do it in the moment. In the moment, I'm talking to the wall. So that's probably the best way to word it.
And maybe like passings of loved ones. I think that one is acceptable.
Even that, because I gotta process it. I'm not going to,
Oh yeah. But you know how they want to be there for you, and they want you to come to them for support in those times.
That's tough
and everything.
That's tough because I think that a lot of women don't. I mean, women go through it too when they lose somebody. But it's like for men, it's like, especially depending on how close you were to the person that you lost, it's like, how do I open up? Because again, it comes back to being able to be as vulnerable as you need to be, right? And that's something that a lot of times you said, like, it's a line. Because will you still see me as a man when I address how I feel or what I'm going through, or if it involves how us and how you make me feel or how I feel about a situation with us, right? Sometimes it goes out the window. So it's like, how do you create that space? And I think that's important.
That's a fact. Now, talking about feelings that involves her in a possible negative way, talk to a brick wall. I'm saying this right now. It's hard for a person, even for men, to hear something that they've done wrong and to be able to, a lot of people don't have that maturity to be able to process it and not be offended. So I'm not even going to just label that on women overall, but definitely talk to a brick wall and then talk to a therapist. And then you have couple counseling and let the therapist basically articulate your feelings in a nice professional way that she doesn't hold it against you. But I hope ladies don't get offended by it too, because men are not perfect people. We're not going to tell you we handle situations perfectly, because even talking with women sometimes, with my female friends, I realize they don't really like talking to me about their problems because I always come with solution. And I realize with a lot of what my female friends come to me is just to vent. They honestly don't want to hear the solution or how to fix this. They just honestly just want to express their emotions and vent sometimes. And I understand that now after how many years, because, there's times I was pissed off because I would tell them what to do. Woo-woo. They want to do it until someone else tells them after they go through some other bullshit. And I'd be like, damn, what the fuck? Am I not? I gave the same exact advice, but I just realized like, yo, they just honestly just want to vent. So just let them vent and get through it. But talk to a brick wall, fellas. It save you long and just get therapy. We heavily support therapy on this side. I think that's a good way to end this audio journey. Thank y'all for joining us. Please download the Live Podcast app on iOS, on Android. Please follow us on all social media at This Might Not Go Well. If you're in the brand new business opportunity, please email us at thismightnotgowell@gmail.com. I'm the voice of Outside, B Breezy, aka Poppy Sazon.
It's your boy Slick. Y'all be great. We'll see y'all next week.
Try to tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Okay. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always say something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it, one take. We not even doing it again. Keep that, that's the one.